Hello and welcome to Crafts by Biddy.
Today I will be making a Pokeball coaster. I'm going to be using red, black, and white of the 100% acrylic mainstay yarn. I will be using a 5.5mm hook. Let's get started. We are going to do a magic circle. Make sure you got a nice long tail. In, twist, draw up a loop, and there's your magic circle. We're going to start by chaining 3. 1, 2, 3. And then this is going to count as our first double crochet. So we're going to put a total of 14, including this one, so 13 more double crochet stitches in this magic circle. Two, 3, 4, 5, and we're just going to keep going until we have a total of 14. You can always go back and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 2 more. 13 and 14. Draw up a loop, and we are going to pull this tail real tight. It's the yarn protesting. And then we're just going to go into the third of the chain stitches into the back loop, and we're just going to do a slip stitch real quick. We're going to do the black around. So in order to do the black, we're going to do a color change. I haven't done a tutorial video on how to do this color change. We're going to take out this slip stitch. We're going to pick it back out. Go to do the same thing. We're going to rest our white here, but we're not going to pick it up. We're just going to grab this black tail. Make sure there's a nice long tail. Grab the black yarn in the loop. Pull it up and just continue like a regular slip stitch. So we are going to carry all of our work with us. If you want to secure this black in there, you can draw up a little bit more of this loop, find our white, and just put a little knot on it. And that'll secure our black to our white, so we can just go ahead and continue. You might have a little bit of trouble finding which strand of yarn is which, but we are going to carry the white with us, so we don't want to lose that white. We have a total of 14 stitches. We are going to chain up 1, and we're going to work in the back loops only. In the back loops, so if you see right here, the stitch is shaped like a V. This is the back loop, so we will only be going in the back loop. That will give the project a little bit more definition. We're going to go, this counts as 1 stitch, we're going to go back into here, go 2, we're going to do that all the way around, so into the back. And while we are doing this, we're going to make sure we are carrying the white and that black tail. So back loop, we're going to go back through here, pull that up, 3, do the same thing. Make sure you're always keeping that with us. That's 4, and you're just going to gently tug on the white and the black tail as we go, to kind of keep it a little tighter. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. You can tug on the tail, every few stitches. It really is just like a personal preference, but it keeps the project nice and tight. You see, the black tail is starting to get short. This should be the last stitch that you have to carry through the black. It doesn't even want to carry through. It's too short. And that is okay. We are going to give it one last tug along with the white. We are going to take a pair of scissors, and we're just going to snip off the excess of the tail. And you're going to go all the way around, doing 2 single crochets in the back loops only, and I will meet you back here when I am done. Keep pulling on that white tail. We are all the way back around. I'm going to give that white a tug. There might be a slight cupping to your project, don't worry about that. It will work its way out as you continue. I'm going to put the final stitch in this round. The yarn doesn't want to work with me today. Drop. And now, continuing to carry the white, I'm going to put a slip stitch into the first stitch of the last round. And we are going to leave the white behind. We're going to chain up 3, and that's going to count as the first double crochet stitch of the next round. I'm going to take a second and tug on this tail, and I'm just going to go ahead and tie a small knot very close to the project, and that'll keep it from opening up. For our next round, we are going to increase to a total of 42 stitches. So we're going to have one singular one, and then 2 in the next one. So, and then a singular, 2, singular, 2, all the way around. So, this is 1, so we're going to go into the back loop only. The next one, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and then I am going to do a color change. I'm going to bring in a new color. We're going to continue to carry our white and our black, so we're not going to cut anything. Just going to loop right there, tug on the black a little bit, tug on the white a little bit. Not a big deal. And then for the next stitch, we're going to carry our tail down. So yarn over, find the same stitch we just went into because we're in an increase. We're going to take both the tail and our regular and pull that up, and then just using the continuing yarn, we're going to pull through 3 because we pulled a double loop. Pull through 3, yarn over, pull through 2. I'm going to draw up a little bit of the length, and that's going to be part of the line for the black. I'll find my red tail and my black tail, and I'm just going to tie a knot real quick. Just a small knot. And that'll anchor the color change in. We're now going to carry the red tail, the white, and the black about halfway back. So we have a single, an increase round. We are going to continue with a single. We're going to go in the back loop. It's a little hard to see on black, but unfortunately, Pokeballs originally have black. I forgot to draw up a loop, so starting that over. Gonna go into the back loop only. We're gonna make sure we're still carrying all 3 of our colors. The 2 main colors and the red tail. Draw up, pull through 2, pull through 2, and then we're gonna do a double in the next one. So draw up, go through the same one, just go ahead and give these all a little bit of a tug. Next one is a single, back loop only. Next one's a double, back loop only. 2, single, double. When I say double, of course, I mean increase. You know, some people might get confused because I am doing double crochets, but it is an increase round. We're gonna make sure we're tugging on those tails. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That was a double on our last, an increase round on our last one, so we're going to do 13. And go into an increase. 14, 15. 16. At this point, we can probably cut off this red tail. No big deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So now this round is a double. Back loop only. Bless me. Forgot to pull up a loop. Pull up a loop. Back loop only. We're going to keep doing this until we get to about here. And then we're going to switch back to the black for the line on the other side. So if you're counting, stitch number 21 and 22 are going to be black. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Pull on those. $19. 20. And so on this one, we are going to start it as red. I apologize, I misspoke. On this last stitch here, we're going to start it as red. Go down, pull up a loop, pull through 2, and then we are going to grab our black, pull up a loop, pull through 2. And then we're going to do 1 into here because it was an increase. We're going to be carrying over the red and the white. 1. And then the next one is a single. And now we are going to switch back to white. We're going to start it as a black. But instead of yarning over with the black, we're going to yarn over with the white. Pull up a loop. Pull up a loop. And then, so that one is a double. I'm going to throw in that. And we're going to go back to single. We're going to do the rest of this as white, doing one single and then an increase 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I will meet you back here when I'm finished with that. We are all the way back around. I'm going to give the red and the black a little bit of a tug, flatten this out a little bit, and I'm going to slip stitch into the third chain. It's a little hard to see because of the black yarn, but I'm going to leave the white behind and grab the black. I'm going to use that to slip stitch, and that is our third round done. You could always just use like this. I am going to show you how to do another round. So to start the next round, we're going to leave these behind right now. We're going to pick it up when we start doing the next stitch. We're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to start the stitch, go into this one. Make sure these are on your camera's a little out of focus. Make sure they're on your hook, but you're not grabbing them. Pull that up. Two. And that is our 2 stitches. I'm actually going to redo that. I don't like how this white is across here, so I'm going to go all the way back to that very last stitch. I'm going to redo this very last stitch on this last round. I'm going to go normally. I'm going to pull up the white, wrap around, pull through 2, and then I'm going to drop the white, grab the black, pull through 2, and then I'm going to find that third crochet single, or the third chain, and I'm going to just slip stitch through that and tug on these a little bit, and that will looks a little bit better. It's okay to make mistakes, you know, you just gotta troubleshoot and go back through and figure out how to fix it. So to restart that, we're gonna chain up 3, 2, 3, and that counts as 1 double crochet, and then we are going to, we're still working in only the back loops. We're gonna just do 2, and then on this round we are going to follow the pattern of 1 single, 1 single, 1 increase. So for our next one, we're gonna do an increase round. Like I said, for this next one, we are going to do single, single, increase, single, single, increase, all the way around. We are going to have a total of 56 stitches when we are done. So our next one is, we're switching to red. We're still going to carry over all of our colors, at least for a little while longer. Switch back to red. And this one is a double. We are going to switch back to the black when we hit stitch number 28. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just going to keep carrying all of our colors until then. So, single, single, double. See, the back loops are so much easier to find now that we aren't working on the black. So this one is a double. And 1, 2, increase, I forgot for a second, but remember to keep tugging on these tails of the colors we aren't using. So 1, 2, increase, 1, 2, increase, tug on these tails. You can, if it helps, you can flatten it out and just give it a gentle tug. If it stays flat, you tugged it enough. One, 2, increase, tug on those tails. One, 2. Looks like it's time to switch back to the black. We're going to double check on our counting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So we do need to do a increase in the back loop. It's a little hidden right here. Oh, it's okay to make mistakes. Do an increase. $27. So I'm going to drop this stitch back, and I'm going to redo it. So I'm going to start the stitch with the color red, pull through 2. I'm going to drop the red, pick up the black, pull through 2. Then I'm going to do, at this point we can cut the red, but I will do that in a second. I'm going to do 2 in the black, and then the next one, make sure you're carrying your colors. And then we're going to tug on these a little bit. And at this point, I'm going to cut the red so it has a nice long tail. We are officially done with the red. I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to take the red and I'm just going to gently tie it onto the black. Just a little knot. Give it something to anchor onto. And we're going to keep working that red tail in for a little bit. We're going to go ahead and change back over to white. So I'm going to loop up the white. And this one is an increase. So 1 and 2. And then at this point, I'm going to make this white. Nice long. I'm going to cut the black. We're going to get rid of the black. I am going to tie the black onto the white on the back side of the project. Just a little knot, something to anchor so we're not losing our tail. Then we're just going to work these in until they get a little bit shorter. So we just did an increase. Sometimes you gotta fight with your yarn. There we go. We're gonna do, make sure we're carrying that tail. We're gonna do one and 2. We're gonna do an increase. Tug on those tails. It's gonna look a little messy right here, but you can kind of futz the stitch back over. Kind of hide it a little bit better. We're gonna do 1, 2, and then we are going to cut these tails off. We're officially done carrying stitches. So increase, single, one more single, pull that through, and an increase. grease. We're going to continue doing that until we hit the black. I'll be right back. I'm back to finish off this project. I did my final stitch. I'm going to go into the third chain from the original stitch and pull this up, cut our tail, and tie it off. For good measure, I'm gonna tie another little knot here, and this is our finished product. And just kind of stretch it a little bit, make sure it is how you like it, and we can come to the back. We can weave these tails in. This one, or we can just clip them. I'm going to weave them in. I think it'll look a little nicer. We can kind of find the tail of the ones we cut and just trim those up a little bit more. So this is going to be your back side. Doesn't look quite as nice, but it's there. And this is your front side. Hide that tail. And this is your Pokemon coaster. Pokemon ball coaster.
Thank you for watching. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Etsy, Threads, Instagram, and YouTube.